Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
Check 180. Check 48's the mic. I smell fear in that offense. King.
Mayfield off the play fake. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald with a sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync, otherwise your quarterback gets hit.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, we got four down.
Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. Now Mayfield lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and through. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one in Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
Watch the twist. Point it right. 58.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Rams' 33-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Hurry!
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they skipping when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Henderson is a junior at Memphis last year, better than 1,900 yards, had 25 total touchdowns. They drafted him in the 3rd round in an effort to try to give Todd Gurley some support in a backup role. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
6 down. Check 6. Shell. 2.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Out of the gun. Gone. And he fires one incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that takes us from second to third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Gall. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hekker, on to punt for the Rams. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now Landry. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 25 on second down, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Number 53, Mike 53. I got it.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Real.
On third down, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And the ball is knocked out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Brown. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing on third. Wrong. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, echo.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 41, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Mayfield now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Here's Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. To throw, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Seibert's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the run, Goff going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Landry now on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Mayfield on first down. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Samson Abukum charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Olivier Vernon brings him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Henderson. Oh, he goes up top. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready? 50, right. 53, Mike. Hey, tight. 36.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they just...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Let's go, Big Sears right here. We got to step it out. 6'6", pull it high.
Now this time he'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
From the gun on 3rd down, gone. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
20. 53, Mike. Orange. Screen. Watch the screen. Hey, Foxtrot. 53 is the Mike. Let's go, Pete. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be...
Goff on 1st down. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Watch the run. 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Throwing again is gone. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
This is taken at about the 14. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Hey, here we go. Pistol. Wide, get wide.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards from their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on his way. 2nd and 10 at the Rams 40-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, 180. Hey, let's get that ball here. Run.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
It's our time. Run. 48 for Mike.
Mayfield looks to throw. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Chubb. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
180. Check 53. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
They come out here in the eye. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Here's Hilliard, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Dontrell Hilliard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it, because nowadays you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. They'll run with Henderson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He's crashed.
On 2nd down, it's Brown. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory, backed up, in good situation.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Myles Garrett. And this defense will take over right at midfield. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. Dancing to his left. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
180. Hey, we're 33. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On the carry, it's Chubb. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And again, it's Chubb trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Aaron Donald on the stop. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Demarius Randall. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Chubb. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Browns on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Brings him second and 12 at the 37-yard line.
48 for Mike. Brilliant.
They go play action. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory. Start your week by installing your game plan. Start your week by installing your game plan.